Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. Just a spectacular name for college football and the house that Bobby Bowden built. The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. We're really looking forward to this matchup. We've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. To the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Takes the handoff. It's Weeks. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
They'll try the run. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The toss to the outside. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 35. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Noles He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for it all. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Quarterback checking off. Back to the air one more time. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. Bulls his way forward. And runs through another guy. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
All right, you gave up the big play, defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pockets nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Quarterback checking the play. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Running to the left. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Jones. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came...
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right
Now
now.
from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun. The short hands, it's Judowski. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. Coming after it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, they knock it free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays. And when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on second down. They give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up.
All kinds of running room. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quickly complete. Bring in the heat. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Shoots it to the left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Yeah, and the QB never wants to miss inside on an out route, right? You got to throw it to the sidelines. Don't let anybody undercut that. Go make a big play. And he did. He put it outside, put it on the money. I think the receiver needs to do a little better job. They got to secure that catch.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it would be very successful.
Wants to fire on second down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with that. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll immediately call timeout. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side.
Touchdown, Wolverines! They take the lead with the 6. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. The Sharks pulled into town today and quieted that raucous crowd. And this is a victory that will have the college football world buzzing all week. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Middleton. At the 45 on his way. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense just fumble and securing it.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. Stops at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Oh, nice play by the offense. But listen, defensively, I gave up the big play. It's over. Short memory. Now I got to bow my neck, make a stop on this goal line stand here.
Defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got room at the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Right back to the well. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick release by the QB. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
He's tackled at the 47. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 21, Florida State 14.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Finds his back in the middle.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge fourth down play. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going.
There's 11 guys on offense there locked in and playing together. That was a critical fourth down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Florida State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Coach. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation. Now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Looking for more room. He's at the 40, the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point, splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put it right.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Throwing right and wings it incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Pressure coming. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida State, 21.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point,
He's got it on the left. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
and I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the play.